Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pocono Raceway for the 14th race on the season. We are here for 50 laps of action on a different version than I've used in the past. Did some testing. Racing looks like it's going to be good. We might have a record too. Stuff could get going crazy, but here we are. On the pole is two-time winner of the season, Deanna Jones, looking for win number 3 to join teammate/boyfriend Andrew Rich. As a reminder, you get 5 bonus points per win. Goes through each round. You win a race in the playoffs, that's another 5 for the next round and the round after that if it's not already round 2. So like if you win a race in round 1, 5 points added on to your total already for round 2 and round 3 if you make it that far. Like always, the final round, everyone is zeroed out, highest finisher. In second place is Johnny Gardner in the 32 machine, who won back at Chicago. The 3-time Speedway winner, or 4-time Speedway winner as of this season. Looking for maybe win number 5 at a Speedway track. Pocono would be considered one, even though it is 2.5 miles in length. It is not a super speedway, it is an intermediate. In row number 2, we have John Nunn and Kev Shearer, 2 rookies in the field. In row 3 has Alex Gray and Tony Green, 2 color drivers, or color names, I guess. Alex Gray got his win back at Richmond. He could be looking for his 2nd win on the season. In row number 4 is Jessica Shelton and Zach Rogers. Zach looking to maybe get another shot at a win. He almost had the win at Las Vegas. And in row number 5 is Matthew McIntyre and 3-time race winner Andrew Rich, as we go trackside for the command to fire engines.
Drivers, start your engine!
And the command has been given. An interesting fact I just realized, Dodge starts 1st, 3rd, 8th, and 10th in today's race. There are also 2 Go Fast Petty Enterprises cars, the 32 and the 38, 2nd and 4th. And a good bunch of rookies up here too, the 9, 38, 02, and 95. Now, last week's winner, Zach Flickinger, starts a bit ways in the back of the field. He starts in 28th, and the car, not the driver, that won here last season starts in 21st. That car is now driven by Alex Ferranti. Last week had Toyota win its first race. Looking at that top 10, we really don't see any Yoders up here in the top 10, but there is one just outside of it. That is the 77 of Diego Yepes, who has had a decently strong run going this season. Now Yepes sits 13th in points, so he's not one to count out of a chance to maybe get a win. We could see him maybe get a shot at one today. It is Pocono. Things can get wild. Chris Dodd won this race last season, so you never know what may happen here. But anyway, the pace car is going to be coming down off of pit road. Deanna Jones and Johnny Gardner are going to lead them to the green flag. Seth Cole, the other 3rd driver. Hang on, let me reword that. Green flag's out. So Jones, Gardner, and Seth Cole have seemed like 3 of the half dozen or so favorites here in 2018. But he is nowhere to be seen in the top 20. As here we go, a good shot. Good camera angle shot down the back straightaway, or the long straightaway, as Johnny Gardner has already made his way from 2nd to the inside line, already getting below John Nunn. So Gardner perhaps with a strong race car That's safer, Barrett. Can jump out and grab drivers coming into turn 3. But as we head off of 3, there is no turn 4 here. Deanna Jones will lead the first lap of the race. And Kev Shearer with a move from the high line to the inside. He's going to make it 3 wide. Zach Rogers doing the same thing to McIntyre and Tony Green. We'll see how this works. Zach Rogers gets a huge amount of grip, powers by the 95 and the 4. We'll see how the high line gets a bit of a run here. See Shelton pulling away from the 19, who's going to jump in front of the 95. Tony Green crossing him over. Now, this year's package, these drivers will brake a lot going into a corner, and when they're done braking, they will just floor it through the rest of the corner, as Green has already passed Rogers back for position. Now here comes Andrew Rich in the 53. All of the Dodge cars, the Bulldog Motorsports cars, that is, into the top 10 right now. And who knows, maybe we'll see Dodge expand next year. They've really been doing pretty good with their program. 2 winners, 3 wins for the 53, 2 wins for the 29. Rogers was close at Vegas, and Nunn was pretty close at, I think it was Kansas. Well, Rogers runs 9th, Rich up to 8th after starting 10th. Nunn sits in 4th. Gardner passed by Alex Gray for 2nd, now looking to charge back for that position. As Deanna Jones continues to lead, Kev Shearer will get to the inside of the 9 in turn 3. It's Tony Green, who came up just inches short at Auto Club on the inside of the 02 of Shelton. Nunn now going to try and get a run on Johnny Gardner. As Nunn held off Kev Shearer. Now Gardner will fall back to 4th place. Nunn with a big run here going down the long straightaway. As you see, they get up to about 200 miles an hour before they hit the heavy braking zone. If you slide up, you're going to leave that door open, and Nunn looked like he slid up enough. Gardner's peaking. Gardner has not made the move. Now here comes Shelton, was trying to make a move on Shearer, it looked like, but Green got to her inside first. Andrew Rich still running back there with friend and team owner Zach Rogers. They're going to get back in line. So the field is starting to single out a little bit, but we are seeing who the top drivers are of the day. Is Alex Gray starting to look to the inside of Deanna Jones. It looks like he got a little loose off the corner, so he had to check up. That allowed John Nunn to get right to his bumper. Gardner's right on his, and Nunn going into turn 2 will make a move for 2nd place. So the 29 and the 9 trying to lead this field. Gardner's going to make a move to pass the 3 car as well. Rich in 8th, Rogers in 9th still, so Dodge really looking good here today. The amount of action up front has not ceased. Shearer on the outside of Gardner down the front straightaway. Shearer will fall back now. He may lose 5th to Jessica Shelton. A bit of a good run there for the 38 though, so that won't happen. Now Green will get to the outside of the 02. This could allow Rich and Zach Rogers to close up. Jessica Shelton's teammate in the 03, Charles Sanford, running in 10th place, just in front of Alexander Rowe in the 41. Matthew McIntyre still hanging out in 12th place. Yepes in 13th. McIntyre and Yepes have been 2 of the top rookies consistently over the season. And now more action up front. Gardner, Shearer, they're looking to people's inside. Zach Rogers gets by teammate Andrew Rich for 8th place. Gardner now made the move to get back by Alex Gray for 3rd, so Gray will fall back to 4th. See tire we're starting to kick in here at Pocono. We're starting to see some lap times about 0.3 off top pace, so we'll see how much tire wear influences these cars. Sanford with the top lap on the day. But now they continue to single out even more. Remember, the heavy braking zones can influence a lot. Zach Rogers got a pretty good entry in the 3. He's going to peek to the inside of Tony Green, but wow, they get such a huge run off of 3 on that high line. Rogers will try and duck back in, but Rich is there. Oh, and Rich is... Wow, that was a little dicey there. Rogers didn't know whether to cut in front or get himself wrecked. Rich with the crossover will get back 8th place as Tony Green makes his way by Jessica Shelton for 6th. As John Nunn has been passed by Gardner for 2nd place. But now Nunn is going to make the move back to the inside into turn 2. Gardner and Nunn side by side for 2nd. Down the short straight in the 3. Gardner breaking a little more on that high line, but he's going to get a huge run off the corner even with Gray on his inside. Shearer with the help, they're going to go 3 wide. 3 wide down the front straightaway into turn 1. Nope, it's back to 2 wide. Gray tucks back in behind Johnny Gardner. Now Tony Green on the inside of the 4. Teammates side by side for 3rd place. Shearer coming from 5th at the start finish line. But Gardner and Gray getting a bit of a run. Shearer will have the preferred line into 2. Rich back on the inside of teammate Zach Rogers, who's now almost falling back. As Gardner will make a move into 3 on John Nunn. Shearer's going to get a bit of a movement here too. And Gardner completes the pass on John Nunn for 2nd place. Deanna Jones has now led all of the first 9 laps in the race today. No one has been able to get a run on her. Shearer still on the inside of Gray, now on the inside of Nunn for 3rd place. Shearer trying to follow his teammate to the front. Meanwhile, Andrew Rich has made his way up to 7th, trying to get by Alexander Rowe. And Zach Rogers has fallen back to 10th now, making his way up through the field is Cole Deaver, who is currently looking for 12th place on Matthew McIntyre, and he will tuck in front of the 95 car. Philip Parker trying to be on the move. There's Fitzwater, your winner from Auto Club, and had a great run 2 races ago at Charlotte. Looking at the back of the field, the whole field is in one picture here. No one has had to retire due to mechanical issues, and there have been no accidents. Rogers and Shelton on the verge of falling out of the top 10 right now. As the pace has fallen off over a second. Shearer 4th, Nunn 3rd. Gardner now putting pressure on Deanna Jones. Ooh, he gets a little tight in the 2. Will John Nunn capitalize? Shearer is going to actually capitalize on Nunn, making his way on the inside of the 9 for 3rd. And before there was a point where turn 3 seemed to be highline preferred, but now it looks like the lines are pretty even. Nunn had the draft. Shearer's going to tuck back in line. Now Gray makes a move right in front of Tony Green. Gardner right on the quarter panel of Deanna Jones. Oh, I think he almost turned her there. Gardner seems to have saved his tires a little better than the driver of the 29. Gardner all over the back of Jones, but Nunn with a run is going to go for 2nd place in 3. These drivers should be able to go about 20 laps, so we should see a 2-stop race. So far, another great green flag race that we haven't seen since, I want to say, the Motordrome. Because Richmond had a wreck or 2, Dega had a few wrecks, Kansas had a wreck. Charlotte had 2 wrecks. And Dover had a wreck or 2 as well. Oh, and Gray pushes off of turn 1. That's going to force Gardner almost into the wall. He's going to completely cross right back over on the 3. Shearer, though, stays behind the 3 car. That gives the 3 a little draft help. Meanwhile, behind them, Andrew Rich under pressure from Alexander Rowe for 7th. Zach Rogers back up to 9th, but now here comes Cole Deaver, who's worked his way up to 10th. Looking for more as he goes to the inside of the 19, clears the 19, now fighting the 53 for his position. So Deaver has been a man on a mission today, and there is the 42 of Seth Cole, currently in 19th place. So Seth has been trying to make a little gain here today, as I believe I saw the 3 of Gray making a move. Indeed, that is the case for 2nd place. Alex Gray by the 9 of John Nunn. But now Nunn with a huge run and almost runs into the back of Alex Gray. Now Shearer to the inside of teammate Gardner. But meanwhile, Jones has not been passed at all today. Nunn makes his way back up to 2nd as soon as he lost it from the 3, but the 3 with a bit of a run is going to hang on that next to the wall line. And he's going to make a move for 2nd again into turn 1. Rowe up to 6th place, right behind Kev Shearer. Andrew Rich trying to close in as well. Shearer about to put Gardner back to 5th, which would be the lowest he's been all day. He has not been outside the top 5 yet. Alexander Rowe might be about to do that. No, he's going to hold back. In fact, I think the 41 is about to pit. And I think the 9 is about to pit too. These guys actually might have to go 3 stops today if they're pitting here on lap 15. John Nunn, Rowe, Hagan, Shelley, and Oskin all coming down pit road here, coming to lap 16. That will give Deanna a bit of a lead over Alex Gray. That will prevent Gardner from falling outside the top 5 for now. Tony Green moves up to 5th. Deaver is in 6th place now. Watch out, this 31 car might have something for the top runners near the end of this race. Oh, and he gets into the 4 going into 2. Almost 2 seconds of fall off between new and old tires. And Deaver's going to be coming down this time. You can tell it from the line he's running. It looks like almost everybody might be down this time. Deanna Jones took a little bit of a wider arc to get some distance. Or is she running out of gas? I can't tell what the 29 was doing to enter like that. Pretty much the whole field came down except for Michael Amato in the 24 car. Stayed out, leads a lap. So that is 1 lap Deanna Jones will not get to lead today. Looking at the drivers ahead. There's John Nunn just in front of Alexander Rowe. We'll see how much pitting in 1 lap earlier does for the 9 car. He was in 2nd place. Down into turn 1, just out in front of Deanna Jones. And the 41 of Alexander Rowe is going to get by as well. So Jones will fall to 3rd. This will be her first time in traffic all day. Alex Gray 4th in line, Hagan 5th in line. Green 6th, Oskin 7th, Zach Rogers 8th, Rich 9th, and Deaver in 10th. That should be the running order. Gardner down all the way to 11th. Amato still on pit road. Amato should be way back. Yeah, Nunn's already coming around the racetrack. So Amato will lead 2 laps, and then the lead will go to the 9 car. We'll see how far back Amato falls. And here he comes. Not that far. It was actually a pretty smart strategy. A lot of people got held up on pit road because of the mass load of cars that came down, and Amato was only going to fall to a battle for 9th with Cole Deaver. Perhaps a battle for 10th with James Shelley. Johnny Gardner all over his back bumper, but Amato with the freshest tires on racetrack. He's right there just outside the top 10. Seth Cole made a few positions up. He's trying to pass Kev Shearer for 15th. So the rookie drivers again faltering back. McIntyre down to 21st. Looking through the field here, there's last week's winner. Sack Flick injured Dylan Young was also doing a good job. Diego Yepes has fallen back tremendously. Here's the back end of the field. Austin Alves, the winner from Kansas, way at the back. Quentin Moore, another winner back here. So 2 winners outside the top 30. The next lowest winner would be the 5 of Jonathan Zorlin in 20th place. Amato was actually losing positions really bad. He's just fell to 15th place. Shelton now gonna go after that position. Seth Cole making a move on 14th. That's for Nate Rogers' position. And the 42 will clear the 83. For 14th though, not just yet. Nope, there it is. That's for 13th actually, I'm sorry. Johnny Gardner in 12th. So right now, Sam and Oskin with a pretty good strategy call. Up to 6th place. Just trying to hang on. We'll see how bad the drastic tire wear is. It's only 2 seconds, not 3 like most intermediates we've been to. So it might take a while for the tire fall off to come into play. Now Jones is barely holding on to 3rd over Alex Gray, but Hagan is going to make a move on to 3. As John Nunn has just been passed by 2017 Atlanta race winner Alexander Rowe, who has not been to victory lane since. As we complete lap 21, we're going to step aside for a little break, and we'll be back before the next round of pit stops. Coming around to finish lap 23, Alexander Rowe still in the race lead over the 9 of John Nunn. However, drivers from 3rd on back beginning to slowly catch up to the top 2 who pit in group number 1. Group number 2, led by Deanna Jones and Alex Gray, still under pressure from Cody Hagan in the 8. However, Jones, who was about a 10th faster, voice crack, than Hagan last time by, beginning to pull away, especially with help of Gray getting put to the outside. Andrew Rich in 6th place, Tony Green in 7th as drivers begin to pass by the 22 of Sam at Oskin. Zach Rogers looking for what would be 8th right now. Now James Shelley did pit in group 1. He is on the inside still right now. Cole Deaver, Seth Cole, probably 2 of the biggest movers all race, trying to continue that trend. As Michael Amato sits in 15th place. His tires starting to kick in. He's just got to get to the inside line, get the right runs. He could definitely make his way into the top 10. So we might be 5 to 7 laps away from seeing the next round of pit stops. From what we could see, you can make it anywhere from 15 to 17 laps on gas. Now, if you can make it 17, the cards would be in play for this man to win the race, as he will only have to pit 1 more time. If you can make it 16, then go 17, you might be able to stretch it to the end. Anyone who pit on lap 15 has to go 17 or 18 laps and then do the other amount on the last run. So anyone that pit first time, I think it's very unlikely they pit unless there is a caution after the second round with a decent amount of laps before the final lap. Now, if this race was 54 laps in length, I think everybody would be pitting 3 times. However, it's 50 laps in length, and therefore we get the fuel strategy game here, as Austin has finally fallen outside of the top 10. As now Deanna Jones has caught teammate John Nunn for second place. Last time by, Jones was actually 4th. But this time by, she's back in 3rd and going by the 9 for second place. So Jones back up to 2nd. Gray will look for 3rd going into 1. Hagan is still right here for 5th place. Hagan could gain a spot or 2 if he can get by the 9 and the 41. Big thing to note right here is if Rowe holds the lead before he pits, or when he goes to pit, that will show that his strategy could work. However, he still needs to be able to go a full fuel run from 2nd stop to the end of the race. Now, out of the 4 Stewart-Haas cars, or actually it's 3 this season, out of the 3 of them, none of them have won. Green came close. Hoffman showed some speed at, I believe, Kansas. But otherwise, none of them have won this season. And the driver of the 41, Alex in the road, drove the 10 last year to win Atlanta. And there's smoke in the turn 1 wall. But there is no caution flag on the racetrack. And if I were a betting man, I'd say it was something with the 27. Wow, and that is very surprising to not be a caution looking at the skid marks. There is a decent amount of door damage. Perhaps the skid was not completely 90 degrees around, and that is why the yellow did not fly, but that has hurt James Qualls and Austin Alves' race. And perhaps these drivers back here as well. I can't tell. It looks like the 84 might have a little front end damage. Might be something to look at once the pit cycle has completed. Amato has still been unable to get by any drivers, so I'm pretty sure 15th is a lot better than where he was before he pit. A lot of difficulties trying to get by the 31 of Cole Deaver. Green and Rich have pulled away from that group. It's the top 5 continue to battle it out. John Nunn looking back for 2nd on teammate Deanna Jones. Jones is getting a little bit of a run. Hagan now to the inside of Alex Gray. We'll see if the 29 and the 3 can get any amount of run going here off of 3. And they do. At the line, Nunn gets 2nd by a nose. This is letting Rowe pull away just a little bit. Hagan gonna make it 3 wide into turn 1 for 2nd. And he'll make it by the 9. Oh, maybe not. He had to check up. 29 got pushed back. 29 now pushing the 9 down the long straight. And they will clear the 8 car. So move made by the 8 of Hagan for nothing. Except to basically let the 53 and the 4 catch up even more. Now Hagan makes the move for 3rd on Jones. But he's coming down pit road, I think. Here on lap 30, I definitely don't think you can go 20 laps. Hagan probably looking to maybe lead a lap. I see no other drivers coming down pit road. Not even anyone from the very far back, so Hagan will get the lead, but he will definitely not be winning this race. Wait until everyone has pit. Here on lap 31, I still don't think you can make it from here. The 41 and the 9 will be coming down pit road. So Rowe will give the lead back to Deanna Jones. Nate Rogers coming in, Caleb Hoffman in as well. So these four come down pit road. And Seth Cole is in the top 10 for the first time today. So Jones back into the lead. Pressure from Alex Gray remains. Tony Green up to third. Cole Deaver looking at fifth as Gardner is back up to sixth. Seth Cole in 10th as Amato is still 14th place. Some of these drivers are side by side, including a battle for the lead right now on lap 32. I think these drivers might be able to make it. It looks like they're going to try and stretch it this run. Gray holding off. Gray will take the race lead for the first time today, as Andrew Rich leads Shelley, Oskin, Arndt, and a handful of others down pit road. Goldberg, Brock, Curtis, Jackson, Tringali, Moore coming down pit road. Lap 32 to 33. This might be the group that can barely make it. And Hagan did not come out of pit road in front of Alexander Rowe. How about that? Gray back making a move for the lead in turn 2. Gray will pit this time by. Does Jones pit this time by? Answer is a no. So Deanna Jones stays out. Everybody else is coming down pit road, even Michael Amato. So not sure if Jones couldn't pit because she was on the outside or what the case was. Can she make it back to pit road on gas? I think she'll definitely make it to the end. Oh, the car's sputtering on her. I think she wanted to pit last time by, but she couldn't get the right angle. She'll be coming in this time by. That's going to hold up Quentin Moore. But Deanna Jones. Oh, and I think she's out of gas. Jones has run out of gas, and I think that's going to drastically hurt her finish. She has the first pit stall, and she is going to lose a ton of time. This is just like what happened to Jessica Shelton at Daytona. This is definitely going to hurt the 29 car. As they come around, Cody Hagan in front of Alexander Rowe for the race lead. There's Andrew Rich in fourth. Ooh, if Rich can catch up, that might be huge. Alexander Rowe to the inside as James Qualls comes out of pit road. Where is the 29 coming out? Oh, she is way back here now. She is pretty much, I think, almost outside the top. She is outside the top 20, confirmed. Huge devastation for the 29, who could not get to pit road. Alex Gray, who was on her inside pitting. You can't blame him. He is in 9th, I think in 8th place right now because there's the one car. Caleb Hoffman in the top 10. Nate Rogers, James Shelley, Andrew Rich, really the only one besides John Nunn who's been up front all day that's in the top 5 right now. We're going to step aside. We're going to take a look at what happened to James Qualls, where a caution did not fly, and then we will come back to live action. So this is what's happening here for Qualls. It looks, they're right at the back. This is for 41st, guys. This is why we did not have yellow. Looks like Alce was trying to tuck back in line right before the corner, and he's just going to get into Qualls. They're going to go down to the grass, and right there, Qualls is around. He's not 90 degrees around, so that's why we didn't have caution. And the way he slides up, he is pointed the right way, but he'll side slam the wall. There's nobody coming. This is why no caution was called. There's no one coming on the racetrack. Not enough amount of debris was dropped. So James Qualls, tough break for him. He was already just outside the top 40, but let's get you back to live action. Back here at Pocono, 12 laps to go for Alexander Rowe. Cody Hagan right behind, but Hagan, 1 lap older tires. He just can't get enough draft to keep up completely. You can see he definitely drops a lot more speed right now. John Nunn is in 3rd. He does have draft. He is trying to reel his way in on Hagan's draft, and then maybe he'll have a shot at the 41. But nobody else is in range. James Shelley and Andrew Rich got held up by the slow car of James Qualls, who does have a little aerodynamic damage. So 4th and 5th just getting by, but they might be battling for 4th because you get 2 more points between 4th to 5th. And that's more big for Shelley than it is for Rich. Rich wants to get up there and get another win. They are running pretty fast lap times. As you can see, about 3/10 that lap. They do have fresher tires. They could make a charge. Nate Rogers 6th, Hoffman 7th on the same strat as the 41 and the 9, I believe. Alex Gray is the next car who's on the same strategy. Actually, he's the highest of the group that pit after Andrew Rich, as Rich came down by himself. I believe Rich actually came down a lap before the people they're trying to catch. I can't remember now. Oskin 9th. Gardner got past Stever for 10th. He's going to be making a look for 9th. Tony Green still right here. Seth Cole has maintained his improvement just outside the top 10. John Arndt, Philip Goldberg, they're battling for position. They were outside the top 20 earlier. Zach Rogers outside top 20. DJ Curtis was all the way at the back. He's battling for position here. Manuel Hartnett, William Brock. Amato has fallen to 22nd, so his strategy did not work out completely. Deanna Jones with the freshest tires on the track in 27th place, trying to rebound in some way. 10 laps to go, but with no draft, it's going to be tough to catch up to the group in front of her. Big amounts of battling going on here from 4th on back. John Nunn has just caught up to Cody Hagan, who is continuing to slowly fall back from the 41 of Rowe. That time he kept up a little bit, but Nunn has the fresher tires than the 8 car. We could be on for one heck of a battle if the 9 and the 41 can make it on gas. Nunn peeking off of turn 1, and there's the move. But Hagan will have the draft from Alexander Rowe. And that will keep him in 2nd for now. Nunn's got to find the better way to get by him. 2 rookies in 2nd place behind a 1-win veteran. Trying to make people think he's not a 1-win wonder, like a couple of other drivers from 2017 who have not won again. James Shelley, another one of those in that group, in 4th place. Shelley up to 3 seconds behind race leader Alexander Rowe with 8 to go. But a movement for position as Rich makes a move for 4th on the 1 of James Shelley. I guess Rich thinks he's close enough if he can just stay in front of the 1. But he is definitely on older tires than this group. The draft will help him continue to close up, as Alex Gray, who has the freshest tires out of anyone up here, is going to make a move from 7th last time by up to 5th. Looking for 5th on Shelley. Does he clear him? No, he does not. He's going to get some draft from Nate Rogers. Oh, and now Rogers jerks back in. Now he's jerking back down. And he's going to make it 3 wide. Not quite. but Gray gets by the one of Shelley, sending him back to 6th place. Still closing in a little bit that time, about 2.5 tenths for Andrew Rich. But he doesn't have as good tires as this 3 car. Gray is looking for would be, oh, and he put the bumper to him, and he got damage from it. You can see the damage here on the 3 of Alex Gray. And that will definitely hurt him. That is going to hurt his performance just enough to, I think, hurt him in the draft. John Nunn is finally passed Cody Hagan as Gardner is going to make it 3 wide with James Shelley. And does he get there? Yes, he does. Gardner going to take 2 spots in 1 corner. He's got the freshest tires now. Gray's damage is going to hurt him. Rich now 2.4 seconds back with 6 to go. James Shelley's got some front end damage too. Will the same thing happen to Gardner? I don't know. But that damage is definitely hurting the 3 car in the draft. Probably hurt the cooling system, meaning the radiator. Gardner's right there on the back of Rich. And Hagan is coming down pit road. The 15 by 15 by 15 strategy did not work. Will anyone else have to pit here from 5 to go? If they do, that's more positions for Deanna Jones, who had to stay out, barely making it. Rich down to 2 seconds behind Nunn, who is caught up to Alexander Rowe. The battle for the lead is on if these 2 stay out the whole time. If they battle, it will let these drivers catch up. A lot more drivers to work with here in the draft. Andrew Rich looking for win number 4, but can he make it on gas? These 2 can't make it. They're coming down pit road. Alexander Rowe and John Nunn coming down here, coming to 4 to go. That gives the lead to Rich, but here comes Johnny Gardner. Can Rich make it on gas? So Rowe and Nunn couldn't make it, and Gardner's going to make a move for the lead on 4 to go in turn 1, and he will drive by Rich easily. Gardner has won on 4 different speedway tracks: Auto Club, Meadowlands, Darlington, and Chicago. 4 tracks completely differently set up. If Pocono goes on that list, that's 5 unique speedways. And Rich can't make it, neither can Shelley. They're coming to 3 to go. They have to pit. Nate Rogers coming down, Hoffman coming down. That gives the lead to Gardner easily. Gray's damage is holding him back. Looks like a lot of guys might be pitting for fuel only here at the end. Oskin looking for would be 2nd place. Deaver in the top 5 for the first time all day. Seth Cole in 6th. Deanna Jones is back up into the top 20. She's starting to be able to salvage this. If these drivers can make it though, it's all over. Pit road is long enough that even a splash and go is extremely hurtful. Gardner's staying out. No sign of the 32 pit, and Oskin's got a pit though. The 22 driver can't make it. He's going to fall out of a top 10 finish here. Is anyone else coming down? DJ Curtis coming down as well. 2 laps to go for Johnny Gardner, looking for his 2nd one on the season. He'll join Jones and Andrew Rich if he makes it the whole way. But Cole Deaver, a rookie, up to 2nd place, getting by Alex Gray, looking for his 1st career victory. Tony Green would love the chance at the win that he missed at Auto Club, and look who's in 5th place. One of the best drivers without a win all season is Seth Cole. Green's going to make the move on Gray. Still no signs of anyone up here pitting. Osborne's in 6th place. They'll be coming to the white. No sign of any other drivers pitting. Can Deaver hunt down Johnny Gardner from 7/10 back? Through turn one last time. Deaver is definitely the closest driver to Johnny Gardner. But does he have enough time? Is this last lap one lap too few? Through turn 2, he's not close enough. Deanna Jones has made her way back up to 15th place. But through turn 3 for the last time, off of it, Johnny Gardner will capture his 2nd win on the season and his 5th in his career. Deaver gains 2/10. It was just not enough time to make it happen. Gardner joins the list of Andrew Rich and Deanna Jones as a multi-race winner on 2018. And he just ran out of gas. Looking at the rest of the top 10, Tony Green 3rd, Seth Cole 4th, Joshua Osborne 5th, Alex Gray gets 6th with that hood damage. Charles Sanford with the top 10 in 7th, Hartnett in 8th, Shelton in 9th, and Zach Rogers will bring it home 10th. Jones managed to rebound to 14th. She was outside the top 25 when she came out of pit road, so you gotta be a little happy at that. Excuse me. Definitely not the day they wanted. Rowe gets 30th. Nunn 31st, Rich 32nd. Those guys, none of those guys wanted to finish there. So it seems about 29 drivers were able to make it with the strategies they had. So interesting race here at Pocono, caution free. Maybe there should have been one because of James Qualls' wreck with the 16. But it didn't happen. Johnny Gardner is your race winner. I will see you guys next week at Pick Stadium for how many goddamn laps? 105. 105 laps at Pick Stadium. Should be interesting. I'll see you guys there.